You can say you're a great actor all you want, but casting directors won't believe you until they actually see it. That's where demo footage comes in. Today, I'm going to show you how to organize and get the footage you need in order to start booking some roles, people. So why is demo footage essential? Well, like anything in life, people need a little bit of something to go off of. Casting directors want some proof that you can do their show. They don't have all the time in the world to audition thousands and thousands of people when they get submissions. Think about this. You're a casting director, you're sitting there at your laptop, and you are putting out a role that's only 4 or 5 lines. Oh, 5,000 people want to do it. That's a lot of people. Casting directors don't have time to sit and watch every single person do an audition. So they go off of the materials you already have in order to narrow it down to a group of people that they offer an audition to. They need proof you can actually act in the style of their show, so that they can bring you into audition for it, aka demo footage. So in this video, we're going to split it up into 2 parts. These 2 sections we're going to split it into might sound familiar if you watched my previous videos about targeting co-star roles and targeting main character roles. They're different things. So if you got no idea what I'm talking about, or you just want more details, I'll put the link in the description below. Please go check out that video once you're done wrapping this one up. Don't go anywhere. Just stay right here. Section 1 of this video, we're going to create targeted roles for your co-stars. Spoiler alert, they're going to match your headshots. And in section 2, we're going to talk about creating meteor scenes that are going to match your main character energy roles. Don't skip to section 2 because I have information in section 1 that you're going to want for section 2. There's going to be no repeating coming out of this boy's mouth. I don't got time. I actually don't have time. I have to get a flight to Toronto in like a couple hours. I'm trying to get this in. So section 1, targeted co-star demo clips. Step 1. Let's take inventory. Before you start filming anything, let's just check what you already got. Maybe you got something that covers a certain area and you don't even have to bother with it. Do you have any clips from student films you've done, short films you've done, web series, indie project? Now hold your horses. Just because you did it doesn't mean it's a good clip. Do these clips clearly show you and support one of the types you're trying to put forward? If you're playing Dead Body number 4 and you're just sitting there this whole time like this, that's not going to cut it. Once you assess the lay of the land, let's move on to step 2. Let's fill in the gaps where you're missing things. Match your footage to your headshots. If a casting director in a submission gets a headshot and a clip of you, those 2 things should look like they go together. They want to see the person in the headshot acting in the clip. We want our materials to be complementary of each other. So now, go back to the looks in the headshot video we created together. For each look, there should be a short scene that reflects it. Example, if your headshot is of you as a rich preppy kid, we now need to create a clip of you being that rich preppy kid. This way, casting is going to get a seamless package. Headshot that fits the show, acting clip that proves you can do it. So on to step 3. Finding the right scene for each headshot. Your scenes for these co-stars should be about 30 seconds to a minute max. We want them short, punchy, and to the point. Casting directors don't have all day to be going through tons and tons of people's demo footage. We need to show that I can do it so they can go, all right, bring them in. Casting directors don't have a lot of time, so we need to get it to them quick. Hey, I can do this kind of role. And they go, okay, great, come on in, give me an audition. So to find those kinds of scenes, we could easily go to the shows that you're targeting. Now here's the thing. I wouldn't say actually do a scene from those shows, but we can take some inspiration. Find some dialogue from that show, literally just watching it. When the scene's only 30 seconds to a minute, you could just type it down. Once you have the framework of that scene, take it and make it a slightly different scenario that's still that kind of character. Doing this writing transformation, highlight things that you know you do well as this character. If you're good at giving side eye, write in a part where you're giving the side eye. AKA, you got 30 seconds to a minute to tailor the scene to show the type and your strengths. That's it. You're going to have a bunch of little 30-second to a minute clips that we're going to make, and let's move on to step 4 to make them. Step 4, deciding how to film your scenes. Option numero uno for those starting out. There are demo reel companies that you can hire and pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars, sometimes I think even thousands, to make you a demo reel. I'm never going to negate someone's experience. I know other people have had great experiences from that and it led to fine things. I personally don't really find it effective. I think the ultimate goal is to have a demo reel of you in projects. Trying to jump over things and pretend like you were in projects and show that off, it leaves you in this weird gray territory. You're just starting off. It's okay. Everyone has to just start off. To be honest, I've never heard of a casting director that actually likes them. They're on our side. They're like, hey, if you don't have to spend tons of money for stuff, you shouldn't have to do that. So because it's so expensive, I personally don't recommend it. I would move on to some of the other options that I'm going to say. Option 2, find student or indie filmmakers, aka networking people. I'm sure there are other people who are starting off just like you and they want actors just as much as you want filmmakers. Time to make some friends. Usually if you're in a school of some sort, there's a film program. Try and get involved in there. Another option is maybe there's film or acting classes around town that are actually shooting things. You can go there. Sometimes you just have friends that are good with equipment. Like, use them. Shout out Julian Shapiro Barnum. I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for my first demo reel. One of my friends had great equipment and was willing to help me out. I bought him some food and stuff to compensate him for his time, but he was really just a great person and we spent a fun couple days together making clips. It was a great time. Getting involved with these kind of people can help you network to make all future projects and also can help you just start making your own demo footage. But let's be real, not everyone has that option and you want to get started. I get it. Don't waste your time. Which brings us to option 3, the self-tape. We can film these just as simple self-tapes. The way I'm just talking to a phone right now, I'm sure all of you have a phone in your pocket. Just like I'm filming this right now on my phone. Yeah, it's on a phone. It's fine quality to start off with. So film it yourself. Now the important thing is to get a proper self-tape setup for this because we want the video quality to at least be decent enough to not look like you filmed it in a dungeon. I have a whole video on how to set up your self-tape studio, please. It's going to be in the description below. Check that out if this is going to be the option for you. Another way to do a self-tape, though, which I would recommend, if you're in a major city, a lot of them have self-tape studios. These are similar to almost the demo reel companies, but they're not the same thing. A self-tape studio has professional equipment, usually someone there to even be your reader and give you some coaching throughout your self-tape, which is great. And you walk away with pretty high quality production footage. Because this is not just a one-off audition, this is your demo footage, I would recommend dishing out a little bit of money to go get higher quality self-tapes like this for your 30-second to minute clips. That way you have someone else handling the production quality because you're new and not super experienced with it, and you just have to focus on making sure your acting and your types are tip-top shape. So those are your options. Follow your gut and pick the thing that's best for you. Now on to section 2. Ooh, that rhymed. I like that. Your section 2 main character energy clips. Okay, now that we got our co-star clips so that we can start getting you into those higher level projects, let's also focus on your main character energy clips, the ones that make you the star. Disclaimer, if you skip to this part because you're like, I just want to be a main character. No, yeah, both are important and I'm not repeating some of the information I had in section 1, so you better go back. I'm watching you. So these main energy character clips are going to have some differences from your previous clips you just did. They are usually longer than your co-star clips. They usually show more depth and emotional capacity. And they're going to mimic the types of roles you want in the long run, not those itty-bitty, hey, how are ya? Here's a cup of coffee roles. So step 1, we're going to choose a scene that highlights you. Once again, this is in reference to the previous video I've done, link down below, where we are figuring out your essence and now we're putting it into footage to give to casting. Instead of just playing a type that is more stereotypical, we are showing off you and your strengths as a human being. Example being, if you are warm and kind and emotionally available for people, you're going to pick a scene with more vulnerability to it. So take the essence that you want to show to casting and put it in a character. Well, how do I do that? Okay, all right, step 2. We're going to find and or write a scene that goes with a leading character. Look at those main character moments that you love in TV and film that still go with your essence. Don't just pick someone random that you love. It still is to show you, and take that scene, modify it, and put in your own personality into it. Make sure to add things that show off your strengths, and make sure the scene has meatier substance to it than your co-star scenes. I would say allow these scenes to be to the 1 to 2 minute category. Step 3, filming it. So all the ways I said to film it in section 1 really just apply. Those are all your options. Whatever one you pick, I just want to make sure though, you do not pick a monologue. The scene can have monologue elements. Your character's talking a lot. They should be kind of the focus of the scene. Totally. I'm not saying your scene shouldn't have a monologue, but casting will want to make sure they're getting a little bit of back and forth with you so that they can see that you can interact with a partner well. So that's not me saying, no, your scene better not have a monologue. I don't want to see you talking too much. No, it can have that section to it, but also make sure that you have that back and forth with someone. It's important to have that. Acting is reacting, people. So work with a partner and make sure you develop a very nuanced, gorgeous character that just shows you. All right, I've done it again. I've said a million things and you just want to know, well, what should I do? Here's your action steps. Step numero uno. Check if you already have footage that matches your types. 2. Go back to your headshot looks and make sure you're now going to make a clip for every single headshot character you have. Step 3. Find, write, revise a scene that's about 30 seconds to a minute long for your co-stars or a minute to 2 minutes long for your main characters. Step 4. Choose how you're going to film. You can either hire a demo reel company, you can network and find some fellow filmmakers and make it yourselves, you can do an at-home self-tape, or you can pay a little more and have a company do the self-tape for you with professional equipment. I'm actually very curious about this, so please comment down below what choice you're going to make. I know everyone kind of has a different opinion. I'm not telling you which one's better than the others. There's no right answer, so tell me, let me know what you're all resourcing out there. I'm curious. And that's it. You got some footage. But yet again, that is not all you need as an actor. Yeah. The saga continues. I hope you liked this video. Subscribe, hit the bell, like, comment, all that, yada, yada, yada. But, guys, my next video is about creating your resume, which obviously goes hand in hand with all of these materials we've been working on, so go check that out right. I love you all so much. I've been loving the community we're making together, and I'm so excited to see you next time. Okay, bye.